Dokes has had 28 wins, 17 inside the distance, 3 defeats and 1 draw. Coetzee's hard training for this fight shows him as a much sharper performer than in the past, and despite being cut in the second round, was giving the champion plenty to think about. We join it for round 5, and ringside at the Coliseum is VGerrie.
Let's go.
5th round. And I'm not sure whether that was intended to be a wave or just to loosen up the iron bolts he's supposed to have in the metacarpal bones there, Gerrie Coetzee. The bionic man, as he's known in the boxing business, having trouble pulling his foul-proof protector up, rather in the same way that Tony Simpson had it with Marvin Hagler. Good start by Coetzee, but now Dokes has come back by the 5th. He's getting a lot sharper, and I would have thought now getting on top the champion. Beautiful punches when he drops that left hook to the body. He really checks this big fellow at his stride. Nicknamed Dynamite Dokes. Unbeaten. 26 with 2 drawn. Making it a bit obvious, Coetzee, but sometimes you've got to take chances, and he did there. Caught him right on the button. That punch was on the money, but Dokes absorbs that punch well. He was up before the count could start in a way, but he's got to take the mandatory 8 count, and there is a 3 knockdown rule in existence in this fight, so if Dokes went down twice more, the fight would automatically end under WBA rules. Can this be fight history in the making or not? If Coetzee can do this. And again, but the punch caught him high, but Dokes is fighting back. Oh, and a left hook from Dokes there. That might have taken a little bit of the spirit out of Coetzee's fighting, having his man down and then having to take a shot like that. That's the hallmark of good fighters and champions, when they can come back from knockdowns and win the next series of punches. But credit Coetzee for not going mad, trying to pick his shots, but a little cumbersome in doing it. Dokes definitely superior inside. He tucks himself inside the taller man's arms and scores well to the body, but Coetzee is willing to take chances, as he did early, and managed to tag Dokes. And what a good round that was. So we'll look at the replay now from a different angle. As the right-hand punches go in, Dokes is floundering a bit there, and there it is, bingo. How he got up from that so quickly, I'll never know. That's a game fellow.
You understand? Don't get on them ropes. That's where he wants you.
7th round. And almost a catch-as-catch-can championship, this, for the WBA version of the heavyweight title. Dokes doing well to recover from a knockdown in the 5th. And Coetzee been troubled from the 2nd round with a cut around the right eye. The speed of punch coming from the champion, but a few of the chances in the big right hand, as they say, coming from Coetzee. Fought John Tate and Mike Weaver, both Americans, in previous challenges. But his first big chance in the United States. And also, of course, the chance to become the first South African to win a World Heavyweight Championship. They've only had 2 world champions, Victor Tawil and Peter Mathabula, in the bantam and flyer divisions. complaining all the time there, Coetzee, about low punches. You know, when you get to the top, you really don't bother with that. You very seldom saw Muhammad Ali or Joe Frazier do that. And while he has every right to do it, he should be concentrating on what's going on and let the referee take care of the rules. Tony Perez knows his way around in his 42nd world title fight. Really sinking punches to the body there, Dokes. And Tony Perez saying something was deliberate to Coetzee with a Puerto Rican accent. I'm not totally sure that the South African would understand that, but certainly Dokes understood that right hand. What a good exchange this is in the 7th. It's getting a bit rough. Coetzee trying to pull Dokes onto a punch there as well. Good round for Coetzee. A little bit of needle there showing, wasn't it? Pretty obvious. And they really are breathing a bit heavy after those hard exchanges at the end of the 7th. And referee Tony Perez visiting both corners here, presumably to ask both fighters to clean it up. And in replay, what a fast exchange this is for big fellows. There it is, more or less tit for tat. 9th round. That was a slip there. The crowd got a bit encouraged. He's complaining again about the low punches. And yes, Perez quite rightly warning Dokes. And remember that he can advise the judges to deduct a point from Dokes, but the no foul rule is in existence, and it would have to be really consistent and blatant for a disqualification. The bionic right is supposed to be the South African's best punch, but he's doing quite a bit of damage with the left-hand jab. The strength of Dokes' chin goes back a long way. He fought the great Teofilio Stevenson of Cuba when he was very young indeed. He was only 17, in fact, and got off the floor in the 1st round and then finished up losing only a split verdict to the great Cuban Olympic champion. That's it. When Dokes takes that half step forward and then trebles up the hooks, he does look the part. And it's a hard one in the 9th, and the Afrikaan supporters are waving Coetzee on. Scored with a left hook there, but he really just arouses even more fire in Dokes when he lands a good punch. This is a very determined champion. Considered a bit of a playboy outside the ring, but he's doing the business in there. He's game enough, and that's what championship fighting's all about.
Take sharp, be the boss.
So the 10th round, and I must say it's not easy to split the points here. Some of the critics at ringside now have Coetzee in front, because he's been jabbing away with the left hand, and Dokes has really been confining his best work to spasmodic punches. But there's still a way to go, and the way they're absorbing punches, it could easily go the 15. When Coetzee fought Mike Weaver, which was seen on World of Sport, he certainly had a long lead in that fight, but came unstuck at the end. But he says his stamina's much better now. He trains far more professionally than he did. Well, he dropped that right-hand punch right on Dokes' jaw there, but Dokes immediately flew back at him. And believe me, these fellows have got to be both fit and tough to take those. And it's Coetzee who's coming on stronger in the 10th. Dokes looking in trouble in the 10th round. He's running out of gas, and Coetzee could create his own bit of boxing history here if he can keep this fellow down. Unbeaten, remember, Dokes, and he's fighting back gamely, but by the look on his face there, he really is in trouble as Tony Perez pulls them apart. He's clinging for dear life, looking at the corner there, distress signals, that is, with Dokes. In the 10th round, Gerrie Coetzee in his third challenge for the championship is going to win it, and I don't think Dokes is going to make any effort. He's hanging on to the ropes, but it looks as though they could count over him. The bell has gone, but the referee has got to continue counting because that's all in, and he's out, counted out after the bell in the 10th round. Gerrie Coetzee, the first South African world heavyweight champion, and he really fought well and gamely all the way, and his boxing ability and sheer strength of punch won in the end. And Coetzee, with so many people jumping on him, is crying, I would think, lying on the canvas there, surrounded by his, well, not only well-wishers, but they really are diving in the ring there to kiss, to touch, to scream. There's almost 1,000 South Africans here to see this, and the security are going to have a hard job to keep them all out.
Well, Michael Dokes comes from